You're listening to Profit Without Worry, episode number 105. Knock, knock, knock. Remember me? All right, we're going to talk today about 3 ways to warm up your email list that has gone cold, and I have been there, my friend, so let's dive in. Hey there, I'm Michelle Evans, and this is the show where coaches, experts, and business owners like us get real about what it takes to create a profitable online business. I can tell you from experience that nonstop hustle plus random acts of marketing do not equal success. So how do we attract a steady flow of clients and sales without all the hustle? This is the Profit Without Worry podcast. Hey, welcome back, and thanks for tuning in. If you're listening to this as it goes live, we are in November of 2019. Can you believe that we only have a few weeks until the end of this decade? It's so crazy. Well, here we are, and things are going great here, and I hope they're going great for you as well. So I've got a question for you. Have you downloaded your free guide to Profit Without Worry? It's so easy to do. All you have to do is go to profitwithoutworry.com/free, and you can download the guide and get on your path to profit without worry right there. And also, have you taken just a couple minutes to jump into your podcast listening app of choice to leave a rating and a review? I would be super, super grateful if you would do that. We've been doing this for 105 episodes now, which is crazy and amazing. And thank you for being on this journey with me. And if you enjoy this, if you go in and just leave a rating and a review, it helps more people just like you discover the show. So I would super appreciate it, and I know they would as well. All right, let's dive into today's show. So, what do you do when your email list has gone a bit, shall we say, ice cold? Well, whether it's because you attracted the wrong people, or you got too busy, or your focus turned to client work, or you got all into a program or a product launch or whatever, maintaining a warm email list, let's not even lie here. It's not for the faint of heart. It can easily fall to the wayside when we get super busy doing other things. And no judgment here. I've done it too, friend. I mean, with this podcast, this has been the first time in my business, and I'm almost at 8 years in my business, where I've consistently emailed week after week after week after week. And so I've been there too. I've gone sometimes multiple months without emailing my list back in the day. But then one day I wake up, maybe you wake up and think, uh-oh, I've spent all this time, money, and effort to attract this email list. Maybe I should actually do something with it, right? Am I right? I've done that myself, and it's like, when I did it, I would feel like this guilt in my stomach, and I'd be like, what am I doing? And then I would, get all gung-ho and decide, I need to start sending emails to my list again, like right now. And so what do we do? So if you've ever been in this point, or if you know somebody who's at this point, let's talk about this, because speaking as someone who's done it multiple times, where I've let an email list go cold and then had to re-engage them. And also, number 2, I've been on the receiving end of other people who've done that. And you probably have too. So I've got some big thoughts on this matter. What works, what doesn't, and how to get that email mojo back so that people are like, hey, yeah, I'm so glad to see you back in my inbox. So let's dive in. Let's start with the very real fear of sending to a cold email list. Now, I'm not going to tell you to just hit send now. That's crazy. You have to be upfront and real about the very serious blowback that could occur if you don't be thoughtful about how you re-engage your list. Because here's the truth. The longer it's been since the last time your email list heard from you, the more carefully you need to approach your re-engagement. And yes, it can be awkward and uncomfortable. And, things can go a bit sideways, and that's okay. you might see a mass unsubscribes for starters. And if you're anything like me, when I receive an email from a name that I don't recognize, acting like we've been email BFFs, I'm probably going to hit the unsubscribe link at the bottom because I'm like, I don't know who you are or what you're doing, and no, I'm not your email BFF. Because even if I did opt into that person's email list at one time, if I don't remember them because it's been so long, I probably don't remember why I opted in. And that, my friend, is the perfect reason to prompt somebody to unsubscribe. And I know I've had it happen to me, and you might have had it happen to you too, and it's okay. It's just that there are ways to get around it. And to be honest with you, I'd rather have an unsubscribe. I don't mind those as much because what drives me really bananas is when my email gets marked as spam. That's when it can really start to get hard to get through to anybody's inbox. So if you send out a mass email blast and people are like, I don't know who you are, and they start marking you as spam, it's like Gmail and all the email providers are like, uh-oh, here's a spammer. We're going to make sure that none of these emails get to anyone's inbox. And that's really hard, and it's not great for your long-term email options. So let's talk about how to minimize the kind of awkward re-entry into the email world, into your email list. And then let's talk about 3 things not to do when working with a cold email list and what to do instead. So number 1, please don't act like their email BFF. I've had people do this to me and it drives me crazy. And let's be real. If it's been more than 4 weeks since you last emailed your email list, it's a pretty good bet that they don't remember that much about you or you at all. And they probably don't remember why you're showing up in their inbox. And the longer it's been since you regularly emailed, the more likely it is that they just don't remember you at all. So instead of acting like you haven't been MIA from their email inbox, take it easy. Reintroduce yourself to them. Give your email audience a reason to stick around and read your email. Remind them what they're going to get out of you and being part of your community and, paying attention to your email list or your email and staying on your email list. Like, give them a reason to, this is what's in it for you. This is what you're going to get. This is what I'm going to give you. All right, number 2, please, for the love of God, don't sell anything. Have you ever had this happen to you? I see it every year around Marie Forleo's B-School launch. It's like I haven't heard from people in weeks or sometimes even months. And suddenly I'm bombarded by B-School affiliate emails. And that is not a great way to re-engage an email list. Instead of going from email MIA to hardcore salesperson, there's some middle ground there, and you can give something valuable away. You can rebuild that trust and that engagement and that reason to stick around before you start shoving sales down people's throats. And it could be a new lead magnet. It could be like a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live that you want to do, or even a series. It could be a webinar. It could be a podcast episode. It could be anything. Something else that your audience would love and would get them re-engaged with why they want to pay attention to you and why it's valuable to stick around. And then number 3, don't be a robot. Ugh, I hate this. So this is good. This is good advice for any marketing in general. Stay away from robot actions. But it's especially important for your cold email list. Take the time to create something real. Don't get the latest email swipe files. Don't, Google great emails that I can send to my list and then just slap your info in there and hit send and be done. Instead, this sounds cheesy, but connect to their heart. Think about the journey that your audience is on. What are they struggling with? How can you connect with them in a human-to-human way? How can you tell a story? How can you show that you understand what they're going through, and that you can help them get what they want? Connect in a human way, not a robotic, oh, I just need to get this email out kind of way. When you take a step back and you treat your emails just as seriously as you would like a face-to-face interaction or a friendship or something like that, it can go a long way toward getting positive attention from your email list. And I don't know, who knows? You've probably got a few buyers hiding in that list when you make an effort to re-engage and reconnect with them as a human, as a person, right? And I'd love to hear how this goes for you. What questions do you have about re-engaging a cold email list? What faux pas have you seen other people do when trying to re-engage? What has turned you off when they, are MIA from your inbox and suddenly they're acting like your BFF? I would love to hear from you because there's a lot of craziness going on out there. Hit me up on social media or just email me, michelle@michellelevans.com. And as you were listening to this, did you think of someone who could use these insights about creating profit without worry for their business? If you can think of someone who could use this, would you do both of us a big favor and share this episode with them? It's super easy to do from whatever podcasting app you're listening on, or just share the URL for today's show at profitwithoutworry.com/episode-105, and your friend can listen right there. And don't forget to download your freebie, 5 Steps to Profit Without Worry. You can get that at today's show notes or profitwithoutworry.com/free so that you can see what it takes to create a movement with your own marketing. All right, have an amazing week, and I'll see you back here next week. Same time, same place, on another great episode of Profit Without Worry. See you then.